Hey, hope everybody's having a good Friday. Hey, tonight, Cigar Cave, 5 to 8-ish, off of Biddle and Progress. Every Friday night. It was raining and storming and windy. Oh my god, here in Medford, Oregon. It went friggin' nuts. So, my wife Hottie and I weren't able to do the Medulla and Oblongata Asylum cigars. We're going to do a dual review, but we'll do it here in the next day or so when it kind of clears up a little bit. It is cold out, and I got everything wiped down. Everything was soaked out back here. So today I'm going to do a quick little ditty about Asylum 13, the OGRE. That's a great big sucker. It's a 6x52 Toro OGRE, and it's the Maduro Candela wrapper. It's really kind of cool. You know, the foot has even got that Candela tobacco on it. Got a nice cap on it. I punched it. I did a 1.5 punch. I did a 1.5er. Really opened it up. Oh, that's a great tasting stick. It's got some veins to it. I put it up here for you. It's got some veins. It's not bad. It's lightly veined. You could see the wrap. And what this is, it's a tobacco, the Candela tobacco. How they get that green on there is Ed Ryan, who's a cigar expert, was telling me. They take it off a little before they're super mature, then they dry them really quickly, and it keeps the chlorophyll. I couldn't say the word. It keeps the chlorophyll color in there, and it's that same tobacco. It's just a little not aged, and it's dried differently. It's harvested a little before the other leaves are, so it keeps that chlorophyll, that cool green looking. It's like the barber pole, they call it. Asylum is an amazing stick. They always are. Go get them. It's the Nicaragua binder and fillers in this thing, so it's all Nicaraguan. It's pretty tightly packed too, as you can see. I'm gonna feel for some soft spots. I had that Partagas last night, the 1845, I think it is. That was, I finished it off this morning earlier. That was a tight cigar. Wow, that was a tight cigar. That was a tight one, but it was great. This doesn't have any soft spots. This thing is like a rock. It's hard. We'll see how this thing burns. It's kind of giving it a good look over. Oop, niche is wanting out. That's cool. It's kind of on the label, it's got these little skulls you can see on there. It's kind of cool looking. I'm going to give it a cold draw here. Ooh, boy, that's I'm going to have to do that again. It's a definite dried fruit. To me, it's like a dried apricot. I like dried fruits. I had a stick yesterday that was kind of a dried cherry. Dried apricot. Apricots aren't real sweet. They got that taste. Oh, the apricot taste. They're just not really sweet fruit. And this is like that. This is definitely a dried fruit. Like a sweet cedar, too. That's all I'm getting on the cold draw. You have a dried fruit, tobacco, of course, and kind of the really sweet cedar taste. So I'm going to toast this up. I have not had one of these. Everything I'm going to be doing is the first time. It's a firstie. I give this a toast. Take your time. Don't panic. Make sure it all gets burned nice and even. And it just kind of it'll start to glow a little bit red, kind of like not a solid red, of course, but just make sure it's all toasted good. That's important. Take your time. Don't panic. Now, okay, let's say it. You gonna say it with me? You ready? Fire it up. I'm gonna have new neighbors moving in pretty soon. They're gonna hear me out here talking. They're gonna think I'm talking to myself. I do that a lot. Mink. That's kind of got a sweet taste to it. Well, there's some definite, like a cayenne pepper on that Ritual Hill. About lit me up. Got me all excited. Definite cayenne flavor on that Ritual. It's really kind of a smooth. Got my cold winter clothes on. Got my little turtleneck thing going. Yeah. It's like my head just stands. It's like one of those green things in a movie where it's just I'm just a head because it's all silver and that's just a black and it's kind of looks a little weird. But I'm digging it though. The Ritual Hill, like I said, is kind of a cayenne. Back in the throat, it's more of a black pepper. It's a hotter pepper. But that Ritual Hill, even after I've done it, it's still kind of up in there in the olfactories. It's hot. I mean, it's not heat hot, but it's a spicy hot. That cayenne, boy, just bang, cayenne. A black pepper in the throat. Sits in there really well. It's not overpowering. The cayenne isn't in the throat. That black pepper's doesn't have the hotness. I taste it in my mouth. It's just gonna call it a hot smoke. It's kind of what it is. It's definite tobacco. I don't taste any of the wood or anything like that. It's got that sweet dried fruit, like the dried apricot to me. I'm really liking it. It's burning real well. It's really cold out here, and so far it's burning nice. I really like that candela. It's kind of cool looking. I've had a couple of these, not of the Asylums, in the past, and the first time I lit it up, I was thinking, it's going to unravel or something like that, but they don't. But you just think I thought I hadn't smoked cigars very much. I thought, it's going to unravel. I don't know. But it was great. I really like these because you're getting kind of a combination of flavors to me. I would think with the chlorophyll in there and they're not aged as long and they're quick cured, that it probably gives you that different flavor. That's what I'm going with, just off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a different flavor to it, some different notes. But, I'm digging it. So far, I'm digging it. If you haven't already, get to Cigar Cave in Medford, in Grants Pass, off Biddle and Progress in Medford, and Southeast 7th, and I think it's H in Grants Pass. There's a bunch of cards and stuff up there. People filled out their wish list, kind of a thing. And I think it was for the ladies' night that they had on Wednesday. But hey, go make it your Christmas wish list also. Go in there and just pick one out. Hottie and I are going to do that. We're going to go in there, we're going to pick one out, we're going to fill it. Just anonymous. Don't make it about you. Make it about the person that kind of would like some certain cigars that they really like or they want to try. Pay it forward. There's always somebody in our lives that have done something for us, either that you know about or it was done anonymously. And I really like doing that anonymously. And I've had things done for me before that were anonymous, and I'm thinking, wow, somebody actually, they saw something or they cared enough, to do something. So always pay it forward, and we do that quite a bit. So it's a cool thing. So head down there, Cigar Cave, and tonight, Friday, I look forward to Fridays. I swear, because they got such great people there. In fact, I got this at the Cigar Cave in Medford, off Progress and Biddle. Talked to Jake down there for a while. He was down there. Everybody's feeling a little off this last week or two. Cold's going around. Take care of yourself. Like Howdy was saying yesterday, she got a shot. It was like a high energy shot at the doctor's, and she said it worked wonders. So maybe I'll do that. Nothing like getting a shot in the butt cheek. I've smoked a lot of Asylums. And this has a different flavor, which I like. You know, sometimes some manufacturers, they're just even keeled the whole way. There's not a lot of complexity and stuff. And some of their other cigars are just kind of like taste exactly the same. Asylums, and most of the cigars I smoke, because I've picked the ones I like, or I try ones. There's, you know, things like that. We all smoke different brands and different manufacturers and different blends from time to time. I just really like the Asylum. And I really thank Ed Ryan. I did some reviews for him when I first got on to YouTube. This was early this year. And unfortunately, I had about 6 or 7 reviews that I went back through yesterday that didn't get on there. It made me feel like crap. You know, the guy says, hey, review some of these sticks. And I did it, and they didn't get loaded up, so I was going to say, okay, I have everything backed up on my computers. So I went in yesterday, because I took my computers in, like I was telling you, and had them worked on, to keep all my documents, my videos, and my pictures, just keep all that stuff. On both computers, it's totally gone. Gone. I will not be going to that person again. They're great people there. They really are super nice. But you know, now my volume key doesn't work on here. A couple of the letters don't work. And it's like, yeah, I'll just take it somewhere else from now on. But so I apologize to Ed Ryan. He's such a cool guy. Got a beautiful family. Merry Christmas to you and your family. So I'm trying to make it right here. So I'm going to take a break. Look around. I see some blue sky. See some rain. It's really dark clouds out towards Ashland. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to smoke away this. I bet you this is going to take about an hour. I mean, I've been doing on here for 12 minutes already, and that's as far as it's gotten. I'm going to be a while. I'm going to be reflectinating. I'm going to be reflectinating that one too on the day and my week and what's coming up. So I'll see you in a few. Well, I'm back. Something I noticed on this, the ash is kind of a silver gray kind of a color, as you can see. You can see where it's canoeing a little bit. Only around the Candela tobacco does it do that. The Candela, again, it's a little bit thinner of a wrap. It's got the chlorophyll in it, so it almost has kind of I'm not gonna say vegetable, but almost like a grassy kind of a taste to it. Not like straw or anything, but just kind of like nice green grass. And you can see it just kind of, it's been tending to burn that way, so I'm going to touch it up a little bit. The ash is a little bit flaky, which is not a problem to me. I don't think you would get, the first one dropped off about an inch long. I was waving it around while you saw it. So I'm going to try to touch this up a little bit. I'm going to do a little ash roll here with my soaked cigar ashtray. Let's see what this does here. Pardon me. You can see it's got a nice tip. You can see it's a little bit flaky in there. What I've done in the past, like I showed you, I bring the torch slowly up to the tip, and I just get it hot along that long edge. And that's actually the Maduro side. Just going to slowly bring it around. Just really slow to where I can just get that long edge good and red. And I know it's starting to burn a little bit better. And that will straighten it right out. You can kind of see where I burned it off. That'll flake off as it goes, and it'll even back out again. I have a feeling with that Candela Rop that it's just going to be that way. But it's hanging in there. You know, it's thinner. That wrap, the Candela Wrap, is thinner. But I don't see, especially out here with all this moisture, a lot of times my cigars will start to split. as I burn them, just because they're getting all that moisture and stuff. But this is really hanging in there. It's really, really well made. And it's looking great. I'm actually picking up, I made dinner last night. I know, I made dinner. We tried this new, you get the dinners delivered to you, they're all organic and stuff like that. And it's a different one that we tried, because there's just two of us. And we always make too much, and it's just kind of that way. But so what I'm going to do is get this going and smoke it down. You have a good time with it. I'm actually picking up, I chopped up a bunch of mint last night and put it in the food. Kind of a sweet taste. And this has that. It's got kind of a mint flavor to it. A little bit of chocolate. Really in the background, the chocolate. The sun's coming out. So I'm going to move over just a skosh. Oh, the cloud's moving, that's why. So I'm going to polish this off. It's definitely box worthy. Go out and try a couple of them. I'm really liking it. It's really super smooth. There's still some pepper to it. I've been purging it as well. Yeah, first puff is always a little bit grayer, kind of almost a brownish, because you're just blowing out the smoke that's been sitting in there. Like I said before, if you want to set this down, cut it off like a half inch behind, and purge the heck out of it before you do that, and then purge it again after, because I always get the smoke out after, and then when I fire it back up, it's perfect. It's just like it hadn't been lit yet. And so these are really good. I'm digging it. I'll give it 2 crooked thumbs up. I would definitely pick some more up. In fact, Cigar Cave tonight from 5 to 8ish at the Sip and Smoke. I'll probably grab another one because I do like it. And Asylum makes great sticks. A lot less of the cayenne on the Retro Hill. It was just waking me right up. I'm into the second third. I'm going to cut this short for you. I know, you're welcome. And I actually gnawed on the end quite a bit, because I did that 1.5 punch, and I gnawed on it, and it loosened it up. It's a really nice draw. It's a cool draw too, which I kind of like. I have a feeling it'll be a cool draw down to the nub. I like those cool draws. It's just a preference. Some people like the warmer draw. I just like the cooler draw. It's just my personal preference. So I'll see you down there. Hopefully, get down there and go get some Asylums. And Hottie and I will be doing, well, the cloud's going away, or it's covering up the sun again, so my hair doesn't glow now. And go pick some up. I would definitely recommend the Asylum 13, the OGRE, the 6x52, with the Maduro and Candela wrap. It's just a really nice, all Nicaraguan fillers in a binder. It's a great cigar. Might go get my smoking jacket / robe, because it's actually getting quite cold out. I can feel the temperature dropping. My hands are getting cold. I know I'm a wuss. What are you gonna do? See you next time. The Asylum Oblongata and Medulla sticks that Hottie and I are gonna do. We're gonna do them both at the same time. It's the same exact blend, but just the one's a box press, one's just a typical round cigar. And Ed Ryan was saying that, hey, you're going to pick up whole different flavors off of that. So it'll be exciting to try it. So do that. We'll try to do it tomorrow. It depends on the weather. So be nice to everybody. All the elderly around you, like my dad, pick their brains as much as you can, because there's a ton of information in there, and it's good. It's great for them. It's good for us. And it's great for the younger people too. Pick their brains. I like it when people pick my brain. I don't have a whole lot in there. Yep, I felt it roll. I'll see you next time. And as always, Boz, the third person, is out.